adjusted. Okay, apparently it is. So I'm gonna do a quick little review of an Elm, of the game for you, Elm. Just real quick. I actually looked at like the first, I don't know, 10 minutes or something of it already. Then as I was going through it, I was like, hey, wait, wouldn't it make more sense for me to like record it so I could show you real quick?
It'll be one of my finest works.
WTF. Alright. Let's set that up correctly.
Welcome to Summoner's
Cool.
Rift.
Blah 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 blah. So first thing
30
I want to
seconds
note
until minions spawn.
is that she defaulted to Door and Shield, which is not, it's probably not a bad item for Renekton, but yeah, since you're going against, you gotta think about who you're going against and what is the Door and Shield meant to do, or how's it gonna benefit you the most. If you're doing this, it's not as offensive as you can go, which would be Door and Blade, obviously. But you got a Fiora who is probably not, she can't like poke you from range or anything, and she's not gonna like do too many ranged pokes or ranged harass that you can't, she's not gonna do too many like pokes that you can't retaliate against, which I think would make more sense to use Dorn's shield in the case of, like here, I think since you're against someone that you're gonna be able to trade back with whenever she goes in, you'll probably want Dorn's blade if anything, so you have that offensive counter attack power ability, whatever. Already start of the game, she's got 1 kill, first blood. So she's starting with a longsword advantage. She got to be a longsword advantage, plus she's gonna level up quicker, just like what just happened. So you got to be aware of that as you're going to the lane. The reason that I say that is because it's not necessarily bad what you're doing right now, but just be, in this case, you got to be a little more careful. I respect the fact that she's ahead. See this? Yeah, that's the reason I mentioned that. You can't really fuck with her. It was her lane up to that point. Still her lane, in large part. Also, I'm saying probably because you have Dorn's shield, so that makes you a little bit less offensive. It's more like a let me try and be safe for a while item. I'm pretty sure you know what the mistake was there, if you remember that spot. So okay, you're cool, you're doing your thing, waiting so you can CS, you're playing back. You go up to CS, she tries to punish you for it. So she tries to punish you for it. What do you know about Fiora? Her main like thing against you is gonna be her counter attack. So you really have to wait for her to use hers. If you used your stun after she used her counter attack, that would have been a lot better for you. It would have been, if you want to do anything, if you want to use anything on her, like without worrying about her counter attack, you could have just done Q instead. Basically, like, don't panic press W on her, because I think that's probably what she did there. I think you did it on reaction because she jumped on you. See, if it was a Q and she did her counterattack, it might have done like no damage to her, but it wouldn't have stunned you back, which is a huge boo-boo right there. That was good. That was a good trade. We can go back and look at it even though we don't really need to. But this is me doing good things right here. Yep, you jump on there. Did your slow right in time, then you backed off. Good, that was a really good trade. Now your cooldowns are down. Like you're on cooldowns, but you're still like staying in range of her poke. I don't know if you're doing it intentionally because you are expecting Jarvan. If that was your intent, that is really good. But if it wasn't, just know in general, like it's really good for you here. Put you back in the game. But yeah, just know that in general, you wanted to you would want to play a little back when your cooldowns are down. Here you run down to try to help. So you just got to shut down. You just got a good little bit of gold. You could go down here to try to help, which you chose to do. Alternatively, you could have just backed. I mean, it was jungle and mid that went at it there versus our jungle and mid. Not that I'm saying that it's bad that you wanted to help, but it probably would have just been better off for you to just go back, because you would already be on your way back to the lane with your new item. Even right there, it almost risked getting caught by Trundle and fam. Alright, let's see what happens. So you have Bramble Vest, which is really good. She's level 6, playing back. She does have damage advantage on you, damage item advantages, but again, like the Bramble Vest is so cost efficient in this situation. It's definitely the right choice. And you'll see the immediate effects of that in just a moment. If I remember what happens here. Let's see, I'm hoping that you only last hit. Let's see. Hoping to see you apply that relax. Okay, cool, she jumps on you. Have a fight. She used her counterattack really late. Yeah, but because she missed her counterattack, you shat all over her. I mean, granted, you were lower. You were lower in the first place from the jump, right? Because she got the first hit on you. So you started low. She already got 3 hits on you before it started. 4. Well, yeah. But see how your stun didn't hit until after her counter was done? That's what won you that fight. Or rather, you would not have won that fight if you didn't play that correctly in that way. So in this matchup, just know how important the stun and the counter attack is. I was about to say, you can probably kill this guy.
Shut down.
Probably could have 1v1'd him, bro. Bramble into Trundle with just a longsword. Not that you probably didn't know that he just had a longsword, but I'm just saying that I could tell from the damage that you did there that if that fight kept going, you probably would have won that.
Shut down.
Let's see how this goes. Alright, cool. Pushed out a lane. Got her flash. It's really good. So what you did right there, actually, I guess it's good to thin out the wave. Here comes another situation where you're just autoing. Really, just default to the freeze. Or if it's not gonna be a freeze, it'll be a slow push.
Shut down.
Because right here, you're making the situation safer for her. Her flurry missed on you, but that's so. Seems like you got to the point where you just out damage her already. But ideally, because she's so close to her tower, because you've pushed it up to her tower, it's not as dangerous for her as it could be. She would be dead if that little engagement that she did started down here. Can I ping? Whatever. Yeah, if it started right here, or like even right here, you would have killed her. She doesn't have her flash also. Not that you're necessarily thinking about that, but it's just even more to the point. You would kill her for sure. You might even kill her here. So maybe you're just trying to show off. Do you have ults? Yeah, you win this 2v1. She steps in. Alright, flash. Okay. Easy peasy. Cool. Yeah, cool. Uh-oh. Okay. Nice try, though. It was a little bit on the greed side that she stayed there, I think. Let me look. Not that I should be able to talk, but yeah, so you're like at half health. There's already 2 kills up here. And they're just missing. You should have could have just went home, cashed in, and returned to lane to dominate even more. But you wanted that tower gold. Too much, brother. Too much. Alright. Kill. Not bad. Not much for me to say there. You know teleports are good. Not much to say there. Let's fast forward, see if there's anything else. Okay, you shit all over the Oregon for sure. Okay, we're getting into team fights now. What I'm gathering from just even watching it, I don't put a whole lot of Renekton. Cooldowns are really important on him. It's like the source of all his damage and his movement. So So be really precise about when you use your cooldown. The cooldowns are pretty long. They're not so long that they're like debilitating, but it really changes the course of what happens based on when and how you use them. As in, if you use them at the wrong time, it sets you back. It's pretty forgiving, but you'll find a lot of success in maximizing it. The reason I'm saying that is because I saw you do like a Q. Well, I think you were just trying to get a hit over the wall. Which is okay. But then when you actually got close into range, you didn't have the finishing move.
Killing spree.
So I think this is another. I'm hoping the plan here is to kill her and then take tower. That's probably what you're thinking, which is good. It's definitely gonna happen as long as she doesn't kill you. You ran? Oh. I wonder if you needed to run there. I have a feeling you didn't. Wow. It's gonna work out anyway. I can't say anything negative about that. Maybe you did make the right move there. Gee, I wonder if she's gonna. What? Oh. That'd be interesting to watch. Cool. Okay. Think your cooldown's gonna come down. I'm just gonna snap June real quick. See? Oh no way. Okay. You gotta watch out for this. Where that goes. You guys win it. Except Jarvan saved her. For her, just real quick, just so you understand, for her, so this situation, you kind of like ran away from her, and I understand why, because you don't want to get locked down and then blown up. But Zoe's blow up are her skill shots. So she shot that, she missed. Like, even if she hit you with her Q, it would have been better for her to hit you right up close than far away. Just because of the fact that you're so, like, tanky. Like, I guess what I'm saying is that you could have just, after she missed her bubble right there, that's the main thing you need to watch out for. So she missed that, you can literally just walk into her face. It'll do just less damage to you if she hits you than it would have if she hit you from that distance you just ran to. But then here, because she has another chance to shoot, she actually got a bigger hit on you. Whereas she wouldn't have had time to try to make another shot if you just went straight up into her face. I understand the fear, but just showing you that so that you can, next time you're against a Zoe and you have the damage to kill her and she's low, as long as she misses her bubble and she's not super duper fed to the point where she can one-shot you with just a Q or no. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Don't worry though. My Samir's up here to help. You got the Sterax. Nice. Oh, this should be a massacre. is a massacre. Good work. She's no real need to chase her. Zoe somehow missed that. Okay. It would have hurt. Cool. So from now, it's mostly team fight stuff. Let's see what you do by default in the team fight. They have no pressure now, except for Jin, but it's definitely not enough. I'm trying to see like a full like big 5v5. Ooh, this is an instant. I remember watching that. Yeah, that was super. 1v4 vibes. You know the vibes. 1v4 type beat. You know the vibes. Yeah, your score right now is ridiculous. You got so much gold. So you gotta be careful not to be doing the wrong things in team fight, which would essentially waste that gold. So it's okay that you're front to back right now, but ideally what you want to do is, I think the main goal for the Renekton role is to pressure and or dive the back line of the enemy team. So while we've got like a Malphite and we got a Jarvan here, there's not much reason for you to be up here in the front like that. You almost, what would probably help is to have your positioning almost like a like an assassin, so you have easier access to diving. That fight was terrible, but if we go back and we look at the situation, like, okay, I'm a Fed Renekton. There's already two frontliners. I mean, you can work as a pseudo frontliner too if the situation really calls for it, but if you were instead over here, or if you walked around and went over here, or even if you like went through the wall over here to jump on the back line when the timing is right, just watch your team's front to back line positioning. What the hell was that? Watch your team's front to back positioning. Like, obviously I'm gonna be behind whoever's the front line is. Here's the front line. You could get a better angle to catch. Know that your goal is to catch the carry specifically. So you want to pressure. You want to be killing or pressuring Zoe and or Jin. You're over here on Fiora, who is actually completely useless. Just about completely useless. See how, like, now because of your positioning, there's almost, you got to go through so much just to get to go to do your job. But if you were even here, it'd be easier. But here would be great. But you got to think of that ahead of time. That's what positioning is. That's what the positioning would be for. That's why I said you would want to hit like an assassin's positioning. So you want to go like parallel to your team. So I know this is going over the same little clip again, but I just want to try to reiterate so it makes a lot of sense. So right now the front line's here, which is them fucking up. That's not your fault, you can't really do anything about that. keep going though, but as the front line moves up, it's good that you're moving up. But I think the real thing, because there's not a lot of other ways you can go from this position anyway, but I think the biggest thing is, rather than when Fiora came to get distracted by her, and you use your ult for her, which would have been a waste still anyways too, even if you did catch her, it would have been a complete waste on her. You would have wanted to stay at least in this position. At least stay up like parallel. In this situation, I'd say maybe stay up parallel to where the front line is, so that when the enemy backline comes up to fight, you can ease through them if you need to try to catch the backline, or you could just walk by. You can walk by on the side of them and ignore their front line, possibly, because they're gonna. I mean, they might try to focus you, but they also might not. There's enough for them to worry about and deal with the other frontliners. So it's just remembering that what your goal is. What is your role in the fight? And your role is similar to that of the assassin. You just perform in a different way. You don't instantly explode them. You're tanky, so you pressure them by pressuring to kill them, by outlasting them and out-damaging them over the course of the fight. Being right here is like kind of a waste. Not completely a waste, you're definitely doing damage, but it's just damage to not the right targets. And that's why they won that fight. Not saying you're the only reason that they won that fight. I think the front line was also bootying, and maybe I was too. I wasn't paying attention to me on that replay, but yeah, that's the point of that. What is your mission in a team fight? What role are you to play? What is your goal? Trying to speak fast as time has been off. It's like 30 minutes. I know you don't necessarily want to sit through 30 minutes. Let's see how that went. Got in that situation just by infinitely up top. You already know not to do that. Don't need to explain that. Got other people follow up. Would they overextend, get caught, die to Bobby? Bobby Samira.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Speed.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Ooh, another team fight. Okay, let's see what happens.
Down.
Let's look at the team fight before you teleport, because I'm just watching you get ready to teleport. Can you teleport here? I hope you teleport here. Yeah, that's a really good teleport. Wait. Oh, actually, it's bad. This is actually a really bad fight. This is a bad fight because of the timing. I mean, I know you probably weren't aware this was going to happen beforehand. This would have been a really good time. Like right here, this would be perfect time to teleport. This is the exact position you want to be in as Renekton. This right here is the, oh, this is exactly where you want to be. If you were teleporting right now, GG. I died. So now that you're teleporting, the fight's already over. Unless they had died, unless their members had died too, which is on your part, that would just be luck. You would just be lucky there. that we had done something to them to create a huge advantage. But yeah. You do catch Zoe, you do catch the back line. Let's see how this plays out. Okay. It's like Malphite's grabbing Jin for you, but it's a little too much. Because it's so late, it's a little too much. Pretty sure you don't win this. Yeah. Great idea. Just late. And maybe I didn't watch myself. Maybe a part of that is a mistake on my part for dying. Maybe I did something dumb or got caught out. I don't think I did because I saw myself behind Malphite. Something obviously happened. But just on your part, the timing. And you protect me here. Oh, thank you, my hero. And we bait them into overextending. Blah 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 blah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Here, because I can see at the bottom. It's the end. So that's that.